Look, oh, can you feel me? Oh, can you sense what I'm saying is the real me? Will you listen to my problems and just heal me?
So I'm back after 4 months, and the last video I made was on December. Because of COVID, we had like a 9-month break from school, and all the workload we were avoiding came crashing down on us. Honestly, I wasn't that excited to go back to school and see my friends. For all I care, it was okay for me to just text or call them. Because the last 3 months of school we had was basically the game of COVID tag. Luckily, the rates were kind of low, so we didn't have to worry that much. Every week, there would be at least one day where I walk out of my house to school without a mask. And by the time I remember, I would have already walked a few meters from my house. And slowly, the masks and sanitizers become a part of our lives. But the truly annoying thing was when the kids at my class misused the sanitizers. Can I use your sanitizer? Alright, stop. And I had to say, wearing a mask isn't that much fun either, because sometimes you just need some fresh air, and for that, you gotta wait till everybody leaves. And who knows if the school hired snipers to shoot down the people who remove their mask. And at last, the school and exams were over, and I was free. So, I decided to make my next video. And this topic will be a bit soothing in middle of all this COVID nonsense, because today I'm gonna talk about dogs. I mean, who doesn't like dogs? Unless dogophobia is a thing. Oh wait, it is a thing. Except it's called cynophobia. A person is affected by cynophobia if he or she is bitten or chased by a dog. Honestly, I can understand not liking or being scared of dogs. But hating dogs? How can you hate dogs? I mean, that's impossible. Dogs are protective, loving, caring, friendly, and whatnot. When someone calls me a bad word related to dogs, I always remember the fact that a dog is better than a human in every conceivable way. I'm just kidding. I get pissed if someone calls me a B word, but don't blame me. It's the society that made it look like humans are something way superior to dogs. And I think I should start a petition to ban using terms related to dogs as swear words. Next time you call someone a dog, think about your pet.
Great man, great quote. Not when you say it.
This belongs in the Constitution. That's too much. Shut up. Sorry, it's a society. So, since this is a dog related video, before I address any other dogs, it's my duty to talk about my childhood dog. When I was around 4 or 5, we got a dachshund and we named her Dora. When I remember Dora, the first thing that comes to mind is her speed. Once we opened the kennel door, she was unstoppable. But above all that, she was very loving and loved playing football. Oh, you mean soccer? No, football. Football. The sport where you use your foot to control the ball is called football. So what is this?
I don't care.
So anyway, she was good at football. And of course, I don't mean that she would pass the ball, do skills or score a goal. It's just that she loves to run with the ball. And she's a good goalkeeper. And if you didn't know, dachshunds have a natural hunting instinct. So whenever there was a rodent problem, we would let her investigate the house. Which wasn't a smart decision, because to trigger the hunting instinct of a pet is never a good idea. So, this one time, when I was really young, we got a few chickens. When I was younger, I loved chickens. I loved to observe them. But don't ask me why. I wouldn't even let someone think about hurting them, let alone kill. So, this one time, Dora was outside her kennel and she saw our chickens roaming in the yard. And as I've established, she was fast. So the next thing we knew, she was after the chickens. I don't know what the deal is with the chickens because they cannot fly or run fast. So God should have planned better.
Don't make me come down there, you punk!
Anyway, I saw something I should have never witnessed. After that, we were extra careful when we left her. Except this one time. Once when we left Dora, she was roaming around the yard as always, but unfortunately, an unlucky cat came across her. Usually, cats are way faster than dogs, but Dora was a small dog, so maybe the cat didn't consider her to be much of a threat because that was the worst and last assumption the cat had made. Dora chased the cat, and the cat snuck under a pile of wood. But Dora was also small, so she too snuck under and started murdering the cat.
I'm ready for therapy.
The only problem was we couldn't reach anywhere close to it before everything was done. And to what I know, that was the last time she was outside without a human supervision. Well, turns out she doesn't have to get out of the cage to cause havoc. Because one time, this dumb chicken poked her head through Dora's kennel and tried to eat food from her bowl. And Dora was already mad that the chickens existed. And when they started eating from her bowl, she lost it because she bit the chicken's head clean off. Now, don't judge Dora by these three things because she was really loving and caring to us and our frequent guests. Life was really fun with Dora, but like any good thing in the world, pets don't last either. But I can happily say that she had a long, healthy, and fun life. And that's what matters. When you adopt a pet, you should be ready for everything, taking care of it, being there for it, and losing it. It's all a part of the process. If you think you can't handle losing a pet, don't let that stop you. Because grieving is a part of it.
But what is grief? If not love, persevering.
Losing Dora was hard, and it took us 2 years to even think of adopting a new pet. So, on January, we adopted our present pet, who's a Labrador, and her name is Nikki. And she's pretty different from Dora. She does not have a natural hunting instinct, and she'd rather make friends with a cat than kill it. And even though she chases chickens, that's hardly for killing. Also, she loves everyone she comes across. Well, it seems like a good thing, and it is, but that makes her a bad guard dog. If we're not in our house and someone wants to break in, all they gotta do is win over Nikki. And trust me, that's not that hard. A few belly rubs should do the trick. Recently, she has started barking at some people. I don't know why. Maybe she's got some spider sense or something. Another thing, she loves to travel. Whenever we take her for a ride, she enjoys it. And Nikki's not alone. She has a best friend next door, who's a half Pomeranian named Ruby. Though Ruby is small, she has her own boundaries and anger issues. And at first, it was kinda scary. Since Nikki's a big dog, if she loses her cool towards Ruby, it won't be something fun. But luckily, Nikki behaves just fine and understands Ruby's boundaries. And she's also very delicate with Ruby. Even if Ruby bites her, she won't attack back. If Nikki had Ruby's temper, someone would be dead. Nice planning, God. Lately, Nikki has been enjoying her own company. It's fascinating to see her run around, dig holes, and explore the world. Except when she chews on something she's not supposed to. And trust me, dogs love to do that. So that's Nikki's story. You know when someone's ready for a dog? When they start using the terms adopt instead of buying and dog parent instead of owner. It proves that they understand that while getting a dog, they're not purchasing a product, but choosing a member to their family. When you separate a puppy from its mother, you have the automatic responsibility to give it a better and loving life. When people abandon their dogs after adopting it for a few days, they are throwing it into a state of depression. Within a few days, you might not have grown close to your dog, but the dog develops a close bond with you. And by breaking it, you're doing something unforgivable. Remember, a wound on the arm will heal, but a scar on the heart won't. There are people who dedicate their lives to saving abandoned or wounded dogs. Those are some of the people I look up to. So anyway, that's my video about dogs. And since we're back to quarantine, there will be more videos coming. So stay tuned and peace.